Flushed out right. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A spin. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. This to Jarwin. 10-0 the score after...
already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom. Gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Down, ready. 51, you ready? Watch the run. Watch the 54, down. Greystone, travel.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's third down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Ready, set. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Silver. Hey, Mike 7. 54. Mike 54. Get the ball. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Finding room inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Ready? 8, read. You ain't going nowhere.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And a short gain here down to the 22. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to throw here. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Jones has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Ryan to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Down. 30 base. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you. Watch safety green.
On second down, Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. They'll drop the throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give them 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
15 line. Get ready. Fire.
Now Kamara, and an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That was second down run for Murray. And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. It's a quarterback sneak. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
60 or. Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers.
On the ground, Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. The open man is Smith. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They come out here in the eye.
6-6, bullet high.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now Ryan on first down. This one caught by Ridley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Ryan. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ryan now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. 54, Sam. Check 99.
They go play action with Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Ryan. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The busy night continues for Kamara. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. He's got Smith here, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Saints on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on second down, Ryan. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Saints on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Ryan.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. This to Jarwin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Gage, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. Second down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Coming left is Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And they will take a knee here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next.